Learn English through stories A13. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: 1. The weaver and his wife. 2. The farmer and his camels. 3. Dialogues. 4. Picture dictionary page. 1. The weaver and his wife. There is a village in Punjab called Tasira. Nobody knows why it is called by this name. In the village lives a boy. His name is Julaha. He is very a smart-looking boy. He wears a white sleeveless shirt and a black sleeveless jacket. His haircut is always fashionable, and he keeps medium-sized mustaches. He is the son of a weaver. From a young age he has been helping his dad. Many years of practice have made him a skilled weaver. He was only 19 when his parents arranged his marriage. The village barber, whose name is Karmunai, was the middleman. Soon he was married. His wife's name is Julahi. She is not less fashionable than him. Her favorite colors are blue and yellow. If he wears a yellow shirt, then she wears a yellow chunni scarf. If she wears a blue suit, then he wraps his neck with a blue scarf. When they go for an evening walk to the park, many people admire them. In the village, they are the thing now. It means they are the most fashionable couple in the village. One day, Julahi is combing her hair in front of a mirror and she feels sleepy. Then she remembers a Punjabi song, Ni Ik Meri Ak Kashni. First, the color of my eyes is chicory blue. Second, the sleepless night is bothering me. Combing hair when I glance at the mirror. There appeared a crack in the mirror. Luckily, this time, there is no crack in the mirror. You may wonder what color is chicory blue. Chicory plant. Chicory, kashni, is a plant with crunchy, bitter-tasting leaves. It is eaten in salads. Julaha is very fond of his wife. He doesn't do anything without asking her. Even sometimes he asks his wife, "Dear Julahi, shall I go to the bathroom now?" One day, when he is weaving a cloth, some pieces of his wooden loom break. You may ask, what is a loom? A loom is a machine that is used for weaving thread into cloth. He is sad now. His is broken. He cannot continue his work. He calls his wife in a sad voice, "Dear Julahi, my loom broke." She comes running towards him and says, "Dear husband, what's the matter? You look so sad." "I was weaving cloth for your new blouse when the loom broke. I can't finish the cloth today, my dear, sweet wife. What shall I do?" says husband. "Sit down, my dear, have some rest. I will think of a plan," says wife. She goes to the kitchen and makes some tea. She comes back with a tray, 2 cups of tea, some ladoos on a plate, some namkeen. When they are having their tea, she says, "Dear husband, do you know why my father's village is called Pind Lakrada, and most of the houses are made of wood over there?" "Not a clue," says he. "It is called by that name because there is a large grove near the village. I mean lots of trees are there. Sharpen your axe and go there and bring some extra wood for new wooden ladles," says Julahi. Wooden ladles. As told, he sharpens his axe and sets out toward the village, Pind Lakrada, to get some wood to replace the parts of the loom and new wooden ladles. He reaches the grove and sees a large tree in front of him. Looking at this tree, he thinks, "If I cut down this tree, I will have enough wood to make all the broken parts of the loom and several new ladles. New ladles will make my wife happy. She likes using a different ladle for every dish she makes. Sabji ladle, dal ladle, rice pudding ladle. And there is one special ladle. She only uses it to hit me. She doesn't hit me very hard. I call it a hit of love." He raises his axe to chop the tree. However, the spirit that lives in the tree calls out, "This tree is my home. Please don't cut it." The weaver says, I have no choice but to chop this tree. The spirit requests, I am a magic spirit. If you spare this tree, you can ask me for an award and I'll give it to you. The weaver is extremely happy to learn that he can have all his wishes granted by this magic spirit. But showing extreme caution, the weaver says, I have to discuss this with my wife. I don't do anything without her permission. Wait till I come back. He hurries to ask his wife. On the way, he meets a friend of his, Rana the carpenter, and asks for his opinion. Rana thinks for a moment and then says, I have one piece of advice. Asks the spirit if you could have some good quality trees near our village. Whenever you would need more wood, you would need not to travel far. Why Rana suggested good quality trees? He makes tables and chairs of wood, so he would need not to travel far to get his wood. After this, Julaha keeps walking towards his village. Then he sees his other friend. His name is Mama Sharabi. He is always drunk and thinks big. Julaha and his friend have a chat. The friend says, Don't waste this opportunity. You should demand a kingdom. You could become a king, rule your own kingdom, and enjoy a luxurious life. The weaver likes the idea, but he is still very cautious about making his wish from the magic spirit. He says, Let me ask my wife's opinion. He hurries to his wife and tells her everything. She says, Your friends have given you foolish advice. Don't pay attention to their advice. She continues, You should ask for another pair of arms and a second head, so that you can work on 2 pieces of cloth at the same time. You will be able to weave cloth for my new blouse and for my new skirt at the same time. Julaha daydreams and sees his wife in a new skirt and blouse. She looks so beautiful. He admires. The foolish weaver says joyfully, I will do exactly as you say. You are my dear wife, and I'm sure you have given me the best possible advice. The weaver went back to the spirit and demands, Give me another pair of arms and another head immediately. His wish is granted. He now has another head and an extra pair of arms. The weaver runs towards his house excitedly, but as he enters the village, the villagers begin screaming in terror. They think he is a dreadful demon. They start beating him. Luckily, his wife hears the scream. She recognizes the scream. It is a similar scream to her husband's scream. Once when she hit him hard with the ladle, he screamed just like this. She runs to the crowd and says, Please spare my husband. He is innocent. It is my fault. I advised him to have an extra head and an extra pair of arms. I will take him to the spirit and return extra limbs. And when I come back, I will dance on the village platform. In the village lives Chacha Amli. He owns a taxi. He takes Julaha and Julahi to the spirit. Julahi explains everything to the spirit and asks the spirit to change her husband back to the original form. The spirit changes Julaha to his original form and says, Dear Julahi, I've done what you asked me to do. Now I ask you to do something. Stop hitting your husband with your ladle. Don't always be bossy. I grant you a mahogany tree. When you go back, you will see a tall, green tree in your courtyard. Mahogany tree. Mahogany is a dark reddish-brown wood that is used to make furniture. On the way back, Chacha Amli drives quite fast. He can't wait to see the dance of Julahi. When they reach their village, everybody is waiting for them near the village platform. Julahi goes home and puts on her dancing dress. Julaha learned to play the tabla when he was young, so he takes out his pair of tablas. They go to the village platform. On the stage, Julaha plays the tablas and Julahi performs Kathak dance. This day is celebrated every year in the village. Some people call it Gar Bapsi Day, Back Home Day, and some call it Sir Bapsi Day, Head Return Day. Time went on. Julaha and Julahi have 4 children. There is a different ladle for each child. And Julahi performs Kathak dance every year on this special day. 2. The farmer and his camels. In a village lives a poor farmer with his wife. His name is Boda and his wife's Dachi. One year it did not rain. The crops did not grow. He had no grains for his family. So he left his home to find work. He is walking through a desert. He is tired and thirsty, but keeps walking. Luckily, he sees an oasis. He thinks, at least I can quench my thirst, and rests under a tree. An oasis. He drinks water. It is sweet and cool. He finds a shady tree. He lies under the tree. He feels good. He falls asleep. He dreams he finds a female, a co-camel, female camel. She is pregnant. She gives birth to 2 calves. A fruit falls on his head. He suddenly wakes up. He doesn't know the name of this fruit. He eats it. It is very sweet. He gets up. He looks around. He sees 3 camels, 2 calves, and their mother. That is exactly what he saw in his dream. He goes to the camels. There is nobody else, only camels. Mother camel is very tame. He goes to the tree and picks some fruit. He breaks some branches and makes a long rope. He ties the around mother camel's neck. He sets off for home. After many days, he reaches home. While he was away, his wife gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. He is so lucky he has good neighbors. They supported his wife while he was away. They supplied her with good nutritional food, almonds, ghee, sesame seed, fresh cow's milk, and so on. Old ladies are often well-versed in these matters. They know how important the postnatal period, the period after giving birth, is for the mother and her babies. 2 years later, mother camel gives birth to another calf. Several years later, the farmer has a camel dairy farm. Camel milk is very nutritional. It fetches a better price compared to other kinds of milk. It also has many health benefits. His truck takes milk to the town every morning and every evening. His children attend an English medium school in the town. His daughter writes a poem about camel. Why I am a camel. I have a hump, I am a camel. I have a hump, my brother has 2. In the desert, a warm-blooded mammal. And when I eat, I like to chew. My foot is padded in hardy leather. To step on hot sand and bear hot weather. In the village, he gives free milk to the needy. He also donates some milk to a charity hospital in the town. One day, he rides on his camel and is gonging to his farm. His wife remembers a Punjabi song and sings to him. Dachi Mor Moharvi. O camel rider, beckon the rain and come back. Take your beloved companion with you. My camel has jingling bells around its neck. I am going to make obeisance to my spiritual saint. Your camel moves gracefully and daintily. He comes back and takes his wife with him. He says to her, how lucky I am. What I am today is because of you. 1. Dachi my wife, God hears your prayers. 2. Dachi my camel, gives me milk, gives me a ride, gives me money and wealth. 3. Dialogues. The new house. A. We need to save money. B. Why do we need to save money? A. Because we need to buy a house. B. But a house is so expensive. A. That's why we need to save money. B. How much do we need to save? A. We need to save enough for a down payment. B. How much is that? A. That's about 2 lakh rupees. B. 2 lakh rupees. That will take forever. A. Not if we save every rupee. B. Okay. Here are 5 rupees. Nice place to live. A. I like living here. B. I agree. Shimla is a nice city. A. It's not too big. B. And it's not too small. A. It is great weather all year long. B. I agree, but sometimes in the winter it's too cold. A. It has beautiful houses. B. It has wonderful restaurants. A. It has great schools. B. It's close to the plains. A. The people are friendly. B. Not everybody is so friendly. Anyway, I'm not ever going to leave Shimla. 4. Picture dictionary page.